Hi everybody, I'm TalisaTrinity and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am so excited to be back. It is currently November and the last video I've gotten to film was in July. And it's not because I didn't want to film videos or content for YouTube, but it's because I was waiting on another couple of grails of mine, which we are going to be unboxing today. So I'm super excited. I have been waiting patiently to open these, and as you can see from my quarter scales back there, today's an exciting day. So I can't wait to open my girls. If you can tell from the title of this video, it is more Nekopara merch. I cannot help myself. I complained about it all last video and I finally got them in. I'm not even gonna, I don't even want to think about the price I paid. So you know what? You know me, I'm a certified yapper. Settle in, I got some things to say. Let's get these girls unboxed. So I got my camera set up a little further back so that I could show the box. You know me, I am a chocolate girly, so I'm gonna grab her box first and show you, because you know I have to show you the boxes. So here it is. It's so big, but it is so cute. I have actually taken to storing, like in an actual storage unit, the boxes for all my figures in the worst case scenario that I ever have to sell them or just fall out of love with the hobby of collecting and want to sell them. But this is one set that I just have to keep. I love the boxes. They do have a little bit of damage by this point because, like I said, I have been waiting to open them for a while. I had chocolate first and then I got vanilla just because she was harder to locate, and so they've taken a little damage by this point, but this is a set I'm going to keep, so it is what it is. But here she is in all her glory. I did peek inside when I first got her, and I haven't looked since then, so I'm really excited to finally get her out of her little cardboard prison. So let's just jump right into that, because as much as I want to keep yapping, I'm more excited to see her. One of the things about this being a second-hand purchase is that it doesn't come taped anymore, which is both good and bad. Good because, of course, we don't have to see me struggle with it, as I do every video, but bad because I am notoriously clumsy, and I want to try to keep these boxes nice and the figure inside of them. Okay, so she is massive. Like, I have the quarter scale bunny back there, but somehow this doesn't feel like a quarter scale. Like, it is massive. Oh my god. I did not know that she came with her postcard. I purchased this on Ami, so did I? I can't remember. I purchased most things on Ami, but was this secondhand from like a seller? I think she was secondhand from someone on Mercari. So I can't show the postcard because it's adult. It's a little naughty, but I'm really excited to have it. I didn't know that they were going to include this. I should really double check where I got. Oh, that sound was awful. That's the box scraping the ground. Yeah, I can't remember where I purchased this, but I'm just happy to have her, to be honest. So let's take her out and get her situated. Make her a little more modest, just for this channel, because YouTube wouldn't like the alternative. One of the hardest things about quarter scales is that the blister packaging is absolutely massive. Like, and it makes the worst sounds. Sorry. Ah. Okay, here we go. She is free, and the bottom of the box has her instructions. So let me just look at those briefly, make sure that she's in good condition. But covering her modesty, there she is. This is definitely a reverse bunny suit, but it's perfect. She is so pretty. No, they do feel bigger than quarter scales. They really do. They're massive. I cannot wait to take her out. Ah! Oh, welcome home. Welcome home. One of the most irritating things about filming is that I always have to stop to accommodate all the sirens, because literally there isn't not one filming day that I've had where it's been quiet. Not one. And you know what? I guess it sucks to suck. Oh my god. I did not know that her like pigtails were this massive. Okay. Let me set Miss Thing up, and why didn't anyone tell me? I have a couple of friends in the community, and no one told me that her pigtails like were this big. It makes sense because she's a quarter scale, but they look heavy. They're like weighty too. Okay, well, let me put her together so I can show you guys. I got the directions out, so hopefully it won't take me too long. Why didn't anyone mention this? Holy macaroni and cheese. Well, it is what it is.
A few minutes later.
So after about 15 minutes, 15 minutes, I spent like 5 minutes fighting with Chocola's box, and then another couple minutes actually putting her together. And I actually had such a war with her box that I thought she didn't come with her second foot peg, but thankfully she did. And then when I sat down to start recording, my neighbor turned on his car, which is idling at top volume, and the FDNY decided to, I don't know, you can hear them, I swear to you, from like the very edge of the city, from one edge to the other. It's literally infuriating. Anyway, the city does not want me to have a prosperous YouTube career. But regardless, I got Chocolate out, and she is more beautiful than I could have ever imagined. I cannot get over how massive this is. The base alone is huge. So this desk is always very crowded with figures, and I really think I'm gonna have to do some reorganizing, because I really these figures, I don't know where I would display them. They're not like my other quarter scales, which are, you know, obviously quarter scales, but feel a little bit smaller because they're kneeling. Now this girl, yeah, she is so stunningly beautiful. Whoever had her beforehand took amazing care of her. She does have a couple of like dark marks here and there, but I'm pretty sure that if I wiped at it gently with a cloth, it might come off. But other than that, everything is in such good condition. And the only gripe I really have is just how this piece is so easily taken off, which is kind of the point, I guess, because it is a reverse bunny suit. But it feels like if I, you know, knock her wrong or shake her, it'll just fall off. So that part I'm not crazy about, but otherwise, stunning, worth every single penny that I spent on her. And honestly, my quarter scales are quickly becoming my favorite figures in my collection. Outside of my Pokemon Kotobukiya figures, these quarter scales are really taking the cake. Like, they are stunning. Yeah, I have nothing but good things to say. She is so beautiful, and I hope that Vanilla is also in as good condition. Now Vanilla, I'm fairly certain I did get on Ami, so everything should be there. But for getting Chocola off of a seller on Mercari and to have her in such good condition when figures, especially Nekopara figures, especially Chocola figures for some reason, are not always in the best condition, this feels like such a treat. And honestly, yeah, when I move, I'm not even putting them back in the boxes. I'm just gonna look like a weirdo and just like carry them outside like this. They're gonna sit on my lap in the moving van. These are such a treat, and I am so happy. Having them as Grails was obviously the right choice, clearly. So now that I have chocolate out, let's get right to vanilla. Everything about this Chocola quarter scale is perfect. There are so many little details to admire. Of course, one of the main selling points is the fishnet tights, but everything about this quarter scale is so well done. She even has little hearts on her cuffs. I think that that is such a darling detail. Her face is so well done. She is literally perfect. As a Chocola girly, I could not be happier. Okay, so let's get to vanilla. And here she is in her beautiful box. It's a cardboard prison, but it's beautiful, so we can appreciate that. I am fairly certain that I did get vanilla on Ami Ami, so I know that she will likely be in very good condition, but I am just so thankful and so thrilled right now at the condition that Chocola is in, especially because I bought her on US Mercari from a US seller. And as I've said, generally I don't find that Chocola figures are as well preserved as vanilla, and when I have purchased them secondhand, they do look like they're not as well taken care of, which makes me a little sad, but I'm really genuinely over the moon with how good this Chocola looks. Hopefully I don't fight with the box for another 15 minutes, so let's just get her out so we can compare, shall we? Living in a major city is genuinely sometimes such a bummer because I do want to film, I do want to create content, but it's just never quiet at all. So it's just like a pain in the behind always to film and to find good days to film because there's always something happening. So it's just never quiet. So excuse the noise, excuse my squeaky chair and my crowded desk. You guys know I am not the most aesthetic figure collector, but I'm trying. The blanket is actually just because Caroline and Chitose, I think that's her name, unfortunately are starting to get a little bit of, you know, marks from just hanging out not on their bases. So I just want to preserve them as well as I can, and I just found a random blanket, an old blanket that my grandmother actually made for me to just put on the table until I can get a mat for my desk, and then hopefully they won't suffer quite as much, just because there's as big as these, sorry, that was a box, as big as these bases are, it's really hard to display them in such a small space. So she's actually wrapped up a little bit better than Chocola was, so that's a good thing. I don't have to preserve her modesty because you really can't see anything because she's wrapped up really well. So as usual, Ami Ami does not disappoint. Let me get her out and then we can look at her together. I'm really excited.
Sometime later.
You guys, I regret to inform you that unfortunately it could not have gone worse trying to unbox and put vanilla together. I honestly am flabbergasted. I unboxed vanilla and at first I was really impressed because she was very well wrapped, but in trying to slot in both her hair and her tail, it was absolutely horrendous. I ended up needing to use a hairdryer on her tail in order to get it into the slot at all, and I had to heat both the tailpiece and the back of the figure, and she ended up with some very minuscule paint transfer marks on the back of her, what is it? Vest? I think that's what it is. The word is evading me because I've had such an ordeal. But I literally battled with vanilla for at least half an hour because I just could not get that piece in. Thankfully, MyFigureCollection is a wonderful resource, and I was freaking out a little bit, but I saw that someone said that you just needed to sort of heat the piece up and see if you could slot that in, and thankfully that seemed to work. But it was, wow. It was like really stressful. I was really afraid I was going to break the peg. She is beautiful, don't get me wrong, like sincerely stunning, but it was as if this figure it was brand new and no one had ever slotted those pieces in before. It was just incredibly difficult, and even now, like, it's not 100%, like everything is in the place it needs to be, but it's still not 100%. So this was really, really hard. I even lost light, like as you can tell the sun is getting ready to set. It just was really difficult. So honestly, still a Grail, but Chocola was the easier sister in this whole ordeal. So I guess I have good reason to continue to be a Chocola girly, because as amazing as she is, that piece was abysmal. So bad. It like bummed me out a little bit. It took my excitement down like a lot, but she's beautiful. Again, my only real gripe outside of the monstrosity of trying so hard to slot those pieces in is that this piece is very, very easily removed and can be knocked off very easily. But again, beautiful figure, absolutely horrible to put together, but like absolutely beautiful. So what can you do, right? Even though she was such a pain in the ass to put together, I think in hindsight, Vanilla is equally as lovely as Chocola is, and I am just as excited to have her quarter scale as I was Chocola's. I think one of the things that makes them so endearing is that not only are they always complementary to one another, for example, Chocola is pink and Vanilla is blue. I just really like the little details. Again, here Vanilla has a little gold bell and Chocola had silver. So I really love that they always complement each other and have details that help them stand out as well. I am a little bummed you can't see it here, but there is a little bit of paint transfer. It's not too bad though, so I can't complain. All in all, I love her. With that, we have come to the end of this very chaotic unboxing. I guess when you get your Grail figures, not only do you have to suffer for them financially, but you have to suffer in general to prove how much you actually want them. So I feel like I've done enough of that today. I proved myself. I proved my loyalty to Chocola and Vanilla, and hopefully any other figures of theirs will be so much easier to unbox. I want to say a huge thank you to all of you for making it this far in the video, for joining me all of the time to watch these videos, and for dealing with all of the crazy pieces that go into these videos, all these little moments of tiny chaos. And so I just want to say a sincere thank you. I know my setup isn't the most aesthetic, and the lighting and sometimes the sound is a little weird. I know I always fight with the boxes or the blister packaging. There's always some sounds going on in the background because I do live in the city, but nevertheless, you've shown up, you've liked, you've commented, you subscribed, and that means the world to me. So if you liked this video, Chaos and All, I would be thrilled if you could like, comment, and subscribe. I would love to have you join our little community here. I've said before that my small goal is 100 subscribers, And I absolutely think that that is possible. So if you enjoy a little chaos in your day-to-day, as long as it's not happening to you, I would love to have you here. Until the next time, and hopefully that next time is very soon, I will be filming, I think tomorrow, and hopefully editing and uploading within a reasonable time span of this video coming out. So I will hopefully see you guys then, and not too long from now. And yeah, thank you. I'll see you in the next video, hopefully with a little less chaos. Until then, bye. Before I go, huge shout out to Idia or Idea on MyFigureCollection. You don't know this, but 4 years ago, you answered a question on how to help get the piece to slot into the figure correctly, and you just changed my world. And today's MVP, whom we cannot forget, the hairdryer that made it all possible. So Idia or Idea, you are the greatest of all time, and the makers of this hairdryer are going to see the pearly gates.